Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah, inshallah. Let's get below in our program. We're going to start our event. The graduates, please give me a minute. Thank you. I'm going to start welcoming Musa Hanshi. Musa Hanshi is our student, start from kindergarten. He's a 6th grade, going to be a 7th grade next year. He's going to be our MC for the day, inshallah. So welcome Musa Hanshi.
Hello guys, my name is Musa Hanshi and today we have some performances from some teachers and some students. First up, I'm gonna welcome one of our directors, Mr. Sam.
Thank you, Musa. And thank you, parents, teachers, families, friends, and the Midway Star class of 2021 for being here on this gorgeous Wednesday. Give yourselves a round of applause. One of my favorite parts of working at a school that goes kindergarten all the way to 8th grade is we have the opportunity here, a real privilege, to be able to work with the same group of kids from the time they are very little to the time that a lot of them are actually bigger than I am. And many of you came to this school as kindergartners or later in elementary school. Some of you came later as middle schoolers or even 8th graders. But all of you, no matter when you arrived at this school, you all share a unique bond as the Midway Star class of 2021 that I sincerely hope lasts you all a lifetime. Seeing you all together during your final moment as middle schoolers is powerful, especially since we have learned how in the past year, how valuable our time spent together truly is. It has been obvious for years now how much all of you value the friendships you have made with each other, how much you truly enjoy being around each other. But this year, it was even more obvious after seeing how excited you all were to return to the building, to actually be in the building in October and then later in March. And honestly, based on how many times I had to tell some of you to get on the bus at the end of every day, I think some of you wish you could stay here for another year. Buses are leaving. So to that I would say that once the COVID-19 restrictions are over, I really hope you all come back and visit. You're always welcome, and I love it when we see old faces. So I believe that I have seen true friendship from all of you, that you truly value friendship and camaraderie during your time at Midway Star, and especially during the past 14 months. And I hope you carry this value throughout your lifetime. But I've also been impressed by the resilience I have seen from all of you, especially over this past year. Because the same way you don't hear the story of Michael Jordan without hearing about that time he was cut, you don't hear the story of Walt Disney without hearing about the time he was fired for not being creative enough. You don't hear the story of Oprah Winfrey without hearing about how difficult her childhood was. You're not going to hear the story of the class of 2021 without knowing about what you went through over the past year. It was something that no middle schooler should ever have to deal with distance learning and COVID-19 and masks. And it's something that no middle schooler has ever had to deal with before. I'll never forget watching you all as distance learners for the first time. You had to be away from your friends and your teachers. You had to learn new programs without anyone there to help you figure out how to use them. I saw many of you on Google Meet babysitting your younger siblings while you were attending your online classes. It really was incredible, and you demonstrated true resilience. Resilience is important because in high school, college, and adulthood, you're going to be presented with things that are out of the ordinary, challenges you need to overcome. And while I hope we never have to experience another pandemic, you're going to have classes that are tough, You're going to have days that your car isn't working right. And you're going to have other moments where life just doesn't feel fair. But you got to remember, you're the class of 2021. You are a resilient person, and you have overcome huge challenges already in your life. After all, you have just experienced an 8th grade year like none ever before. So congratulations, class of 2021. It has been such an honor to work with all of you. We are so proud of all of you, and we encourage you to stay in contact with all of us at Midway Star so that you can share your future accomplishments with us. We cannot wait to see you again. Thank you all.
Now I would like to welcome our school principal and our school director, Mr. Mohammed Warsamet.
Today is one of the great occasions when we get to celebrate our young people, their achievements, their perseverance, and their success as they grow up. It is one of those times you can take a break and reflect, feeling good as a parent or a mentor, knowing that the kids you care about are doing just fine and they are on the right path. Walaalayaal, maanta waa maalin loo dabaaldego milestone-ka ay gaareen carruurteenna, adinkoo welibana arkaya indhihiinna inay horumar gaareen. Marka waa maalin farxad leh, dadaalka ay sameeyeen, isku dayga ay muujiyeen, intaasna waxay ku timid hawshii ay waalidku qabteen. Graduates, I'm talking to students, you should know that your moms and dads are very proud of you today. They have high hopes for you and they believe in you, and you are making them proud by showing them you can do. We had a tough time this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic, yet you did it by succeeding, by showing resilience and perseverance. I believe you're ready for that next step. I ask you, as you prepare for this next step, to do a few things for me, a few things for our community and for your parents. Waxaan rabaa hawl fiican baa qabateen, carruurteena la hadlaya oo high schoolka u socota, marka oo waalidkiin way nii dadaalay, hawl iyo dhibaatay buu inala soo maray, marka waxaan rabaa dhowrkan shay oo soo socda inaad qabateen haddii Alla idmo. First, I want to ask you to take this chance to dedicate yourself to making the next step or next year even better. You guys are on your way to high school. Remember that you don't have to follow the crowd. Do the right thing even if no one is looking. And you guys know what I mean when I talk about that. Study hard and remember that you are investing in yourself with every test you take and every book you read. Marka carruurteen waxa uu sheegayaa waalidiintana rabaa inay ogaadaan inaysan nolol kale gelayaan, saaxiibo kale yeelanayaan. Marka weligin dadka ha iska dabagelinina. Waxaan ka hadlayana waad fahmaysaan, in badan baan runtii kalaasyadiina imid oo arrintaa ka hadlay. Secondly, don't forget about your roots, where you come from or where your parents came from. In other words, do not forget about your identity and your parents' struggles as they had to cross oceans to finally reach here in the United States, so that someday their son and their daughter will receive a better education and thus a better life. Hana ilaabinina meesha aad ka timaadeen, dhaqankiinnii wanaagsanaa iyo rafaadkii waalidiintiin soo mareen oo ah inay waddamo iyo bado ay soo gooyaan, iyagoo ku fakaraya maalmaha ka mid ah inay carruurtooda waxbarasho fiican hesho oo dabeedna nolol fiican helaan. So congratulations to all of our graduates. Congratulations to the parents. And finally, congrats to the teachers and everyone else who helped our graduates reach here today. Waxaan u mahadnaqaynaa waalidiinteenna, macallimiinteenna, iyo dhammaan dadkeenna ka qayb galay ardadeenna maanta heerkan inay soo gaadho. I leave you with the final Somali proverb with which I imagine you guys are all familiar, and that is aqoon la'aani waa iftiin la'aan, which literally means the absence of knowledge is the absence of light. So pursue education to live with the light of the world, of this world and hereafter. Waxaan ku soo gabagabeynayaa mahmaah Soomaali ah oo la dhaho aqoon la'aani waa iftiin la'aan. marka si iftiinka aad u heshaan waxbarashadiina kor u wada. So next I want to talk a little bit about our keynote speaker. It's a person that many of you, I'm sure, are familiar with. Her name is Halime Aden. Let me talk a little bit about Halima. So Halima is a hijab-wearing model, and she has been redefining traditional standards of beauty, diversifying the modeling industry, and improving visibility for the underrepresented demographic of Muslim women. And was born in a refugee camp in Kenya, moving to St. Cloud, Minnesota at the age of 7. In 2016, she competed in the Miss Minnesota USA pageant, the first Somali American to do so, and made it to the semifinalists. Her participation in the contest caught the attention of international media, and in 2017 she was signed to IMG Models. Also in 2018 she became an ambassador for UNICEF, focusing on children's rights. Gabadha noo hadli doonta waa gabar Soomaaliyeed oo xijaab qabi jirtay oo wax badan aad maqasheen, Halime Aden, oo maaragtay wax badan runtii gabdhaheennana ay ku dayan karaan runtii, role model for our girls. Marka insha Allah iyada maanta noo hadlaysa, waan ku faraxsanaa runtii Halime Aden inay noo timaado. Halima, welcome.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, Midway Star. My name is Halima Aden. I'm a Black Muslim Somali American refugee, and I'm known for being the first in many places. I was the first Muslim homecoming queen in my hometown of St. Cloud, Minnesota. I was the first to compete in my state's Miss USA pageant wearing a hijab and burkini. I was the first hijab-wearing model to be signed to a major agency, which has led me to be the first hijab-wearing woman on the cover of many fashion magazines and on the catwalk for many designers. Being the first is never easy. I've been told I'm not American enough. I've been told I'm not being a good Muslim. But I've also heard from thousands of people around the world telling me that I've inspired them and have given them hope. That is why I continue to do what I do, and I do it on my own terms. As young people, we have the power to change the world. I found that our generation knows the importance in learning alternative views and backgrounds and to engage across the divisions imposed by societal narratives. Long story short, we as the future leaders in this country get that it's critical to get to know our neighbors and to be open to learning about them. We are a generation of positive forward thinkers who have hope and want to dream big. When I left Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya and moved to America, things didn't get easier. In fact, it would be easy for me to blame those who look different than me or practiced a different faith than I do for my hard times. But in looking back, some of the most amazing things that have happened to me was thanks to people who look different and have different backgrounds than me. What has given me peace and stability during times when life seemed anything but peaceful and stable for my family is an unwavering sense of community, no matter where I go or who I align myself with. Community is what gives me hope. My hope for you as recent graduates is that no matter what life challenges you encounter, no matter what bumps in the road on your journey of life, that you always take the time to seek out community. During this unprecedented time, find community, or really a sense of togetherness, is what is going to allow us to come out on top. Whatever your future career plans may be, I hope that you guys come out on top. Don't be afraid to take risks, and if no one before you has ventured down a path that you think could lead to greatness, be the one. All it takes is one person not fearing the unknown to open the doors for others. Two definitions come up when you Google community. One, a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. And two, a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. I think if we open our minds and hearts, we will see that there is a community all around us. I'd like to leave you, who in a few very short years will be ruling the world, with a little bit of advice. Do whatever you have to do to be heard. Make a difference. Leave your footprint. And most importantly, never give up hope. In conclusion, I'd like to share the saying that I live by and that I hope you take with you wherever you go. Don't change yourself, change the game. Now say it with me. Don't change yourself, change the game. Oh, I know you guys can do better than that. Don't change yourself, change the game. Thank you.
All right, yay.
Thank you, Miss Halima, for that. Up next, we have our middle school social studies teacher, Miss Rhea. She will be speaking to our 8th graders.
One second. Hey guys, today is May 26, 2021, yeah. Today's shout out goes to Rahima Muhammad. Keep it real, Rahima. Good afternoon. My name is Miss Rhea. I teach middle school social studies and had the pleasure to be the homeroom teacher of 8B. At the beginning of the school year, I knew I had my doubts about how well I would get to know these students. With being a new teacher to the school and being online during distance learning, I was worried that on my last day of school, or the last day of school would arrive with me not knowing the 8th graders' faces and personalities. And I'm sure that the students had their doubts about how school would work during their last year at Midway Star Academy. With 4 new teachers, not being able to see their friends in person, and with an unknown end date to the pandemic, these students took on quite a lot this year. But it was not anything that they could not handle. When I look at the graduating class of 8th grade class, I am filled with joy and sadness. Joy because I'm lucky enough to have taught these bright individuals and have been able to get to know them and their unique personalities, and sadness because they are leaving the school. Next year it'll be lonely without my queen Donna and my algebra Sadir. I will no longer be able to sing it's beta every time Zubaida walks into my classroom. And Mubarak will not be there to tell me that the class is giving him good vibes, which I believe is a high compliment, right? Maybe? You are all going on to the next great adventure in life, and I'm sure you are very excited to start. But before you do, I have a few pieces of advice to give you. Always try your hardest. You may have some failures in life, and that will suck, but if you keep trying your hardest and give everything your all, you can hold your head up high knowing that those failures were not because of your lack of trying. Ask for help when you need it. You are surrounded by family, friends, teachers, and community members who want you to succeed and who are there to support you. All you need to do is ask and help will be provided. And finally, never stop learning. Your education does not end here, and it will not end when you graduate high school in 4 years. Education is lifelong. It never stops. Learn new skills and new hobbies. Learn about the world around you and about places far away. Learn about things that interest you and help you grow as a person and a community member. Keep learning, and I know you will do great things. Congratulations, Midway class of 2021. I'm so proud of you. I will miss you so much, and phase up.
Thank you, Ms. Rhea. Up next, we have Mr. Mukhtar and his students. They'll be singing a special song for us in Arabic and Somali.
Somali tosas kutir sadeye habagina tagdarne tagera waligine Somali hanolato.
Next is Arabic, and who will be presenting is Aisha and Asma.
كتابي كتابي جميل الصور وحل الخضر كتابي كتابي وفيه سعاد وسام ونون وبسم ونون كتابي كتابي وفيه الحقول وصوت الطيور وعذر الزهور كتابي كتابي أهلا أهلا يا أصحابي أهلا أهلا بالأحباب كل صديق لي يرعاه أبدا أبدا لا أنساه نظيف الثياب نظيف البطن تراني دوما بشكل حسن مجدا نشيطا أحب العمل وما كنت يوما أحب الكسل.
Next is Somalian, who will be presenting as everyone.
أرضي بانهايا أبحي ودنكانهايا
أبحي ودنكانهايا
وحانو أرضيا أرضيا dugsiga u aado inaan aqoon kororsado dulkayga anfaco dadaalkii la imiyey allahayow ii gargaar aamiin No, we still didn't finish the second one. We didn't finish. We didn't finish it. Okay. Arday baanahayo. Iftinkii wadankaanahayo. Waxaanu ordayaa imtixaanka u gala inaan adduunka oo idil wixii jira ogaado dadaalkii la imiyey allahayow ii gargaar aamiin.
Now we will present Halime Aden. That is Aisha and Asma.
hooyo adigiyo dunida inteeda kale hooyo adigiyo dunida mugeeda hooyo adigiyo daartaban albaab leh hooyo adigiyo Soomaali oo dhan hooyo hadii la doorsiiyo hooyo adigaan ku doortay. Midway Star Academy. Thank you, Ma'alim Mukhtar.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good afternoon, friends and family, ladies and gentlemen, staff and teachers. Before I get started, I would like to take a moment to thank all of you sitting here today for giving me this opportunity to speak in front of you on this special occasion and so live my greatest dream of all by doing it. My name is Nawal Musa. It was not even a long time since my first day here, and it wasn't even in the classroom. I met all my peers and teachers through a virtual screen. I had a big feeling that this school was different from other schools I've been to, and that feeling was correct. All the students treated me with respect. The teachers were very supportive, and everyone was really nice. Midway Academy is one of the best schools I've been to in the past 9 years. The students and teachers really took out the good in me that I didn't know I had. They made me feel like a completely different person. Well, some teachers are pretty strict, but that's still good for us. How, you may ask me? They make me feel passionate for education that I've never felt before. COVID-19 has been a bit hard to work with. It's one of the hardest tasks I had to do from getting it. It changed the way I used to learn. It made it difficult to learn, and I didn't feel passionate about my work like I used to. I couldn't see my friends or teachers anymore. Sometimes I'd get a headache from staring at the screen, or my internet was not stable. COVID has literally changed my education life. Let me tell you a little bit of my past life. I have recently moved from Nairobi. I have been there for 6 years, and let me tell you, it was not fun, but the schools were pretty strict. All the schools I've been to, Midway, were fun. They let me have freedom, but in a certain way. What inspired me to continue learning at Midway Academy was my parents, of course, and the way the teachers was fun and supportive. My friends make learning a bit easier and more fun in an interesting way. I would like to thank my parents and teachers, my parents and friends for helping me and supporting me when I was down and encouraging me to do more. I would like to thank my fellow students for making the past few months at Midway amazing. You make each day worthwhile, and your company will be sorely missed as I move on. However, I look forward to hearing about your success and receiving it all. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. I'm honored to represent the school as a valedictorian of Midway Star Academy's 2021 graduation. I would love to thank the administration, my teachers, friends and family, and all of you here today. I'm here today with the help of all the people in my life, and especially my parents. Once again, I am honored to tell you about my experience throughout the years here at Midway Star. I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about myself. My name is Hamza Mahmoud. I moved from Utah and came to the school in 2015. When I was in 3rd grade, not gonna lie, starting a new school was a little rough since I was a little new and came in the middle of the year. Over time though, I got more and more familiar with the school and met new teachers and friends. When I came to the school, I learned countless things, but education was the most important one. When I first came here, I used to think education was boring, nothing more than math and reading. Over the years, I've learned that education was more important than I realized. Education gives you choices in life, and without it, you won't be able to choose who you want to be. The hardest thing that I faced in the past years was the pandemic and online school. It was tough since I wasn't familiar with doing school online. As I moved forward, I was able to do better and better and had support from different people. I started this year rough, but what matters is that I finished strong. Thank you to my parents for being here today, because without them, I can't imagine where I'd be. My parents played a huge role in my life, and they're the reasons I was able to be so successful. They were like a map to me, always guiding me to my success, telling me what's wrong and right, helping me grow as a person. They made so many sacrifices for me. I don't know how I could ever repay them. The best thing I could do is live up to their expectations and be the son they dreamed of. Thank you for having me here today, because looking back at it, I can't believe all the memories I made here are about to come to an end. I want you all to leave here today feeling like you accomplished something big. Thank you for having me here. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, our valedictorians. Up next, we have Mr. Khalif. He would like to say a few words.
Please. Good afternoon, everybody. I want to say a few words in English because I want to make them understand it, those none of Somali speakers to understand my point. So I want to say everybody here, thank you, and I heartily welcome you to take and participate with this different special occasion that we have today with the graduation of 8th grade of Midway Star Academy students for 2021. I wanted to give a special thanks to the graduates and their parents, their fellowships, and any individuals or groups from the community who has given us support for the success of today. I wanted to say a few words to the graduates. Graduates, thank you for your hard work that you've done since your pre-K to today. Don't think that the journey is over. You have to start in another journey, which is from high school to the college or whatever. So please keep your hard working, keep your commitment of what you are doing now, keep whatever you think is the best for your learning. The other thing I want is the second journey or the next journey is different from the one we have had. The high school expectation when you go to the education of high school is different to what we have in middle school. So you need to think what is ahead of you from now on. I know we were in a good success for having a very difficult years for these 2 years we have compared to the previous, years. So, that affects our learning, that affects our lives, and that affects everything we have in life. So please, I will say again, thank you for your commitment. Without you, without your hard working and commitment, you will not be here. Even though we have such difficult year, we have been. I want to say also, parents, without your contribution, without your commitment, with your delegation and support to your kids, you will not see this success for today. So thank you again from their birth to now that you give a lot of support for your student to just keep learning very well. The second, I want also to say thank you for teachers who had, tried their best while we have such difficult year and everybody was dying, everybody was sick, everybody has any problems, everybody has fear. So, we keep ourselves and we take a risk to educate you to become like what you are today. So I will say again for middle school teachers that just work harder for you to support you, and also all other stuff in Midway Star Academy. So that's what few things I wanted to say in English, but I wanted to say in Somali. Galab wanaagsan waalidiinta iyo dadka kale ka soo qayb galay qalin jabintan ardayda nayd gareerka ee sanadka 2021 waxaan aad iyo aad ugu mahadcelinayaa ardayda maanta hor fadhida sida oo taxadar kale oo ay tacliintoodii u soo qaateen ay uga qayb qaateen inay maaragtay ay gaaraan heerka maanta ay joogaan. waxaan kula dardaarmayaa waxa weeye socdaalkii ma dhammaanin 8 sanadood baad soo wadeen tacliinta la yiraahdo dugsiga dhexe. hadda waxaad gelaysaan tacliintii dugsiga sare. dabeecadda dugsiga dhexe iyo dabeecadda dugsiga sare waa kala duwan yihiin. waxaan rabaa inaad marada dhexda ku xirataan. hadda ayaa dadaalku idin furan yahay. markan ayaa la rabaa inaad ka fakartaan maxaa iga horeeya. okay, wixii hore wax ma iska bedelaya. waxaan codsanayaa waxyaalaha yararka markii hadda waad the more you go to markaad aadaanba tacliinta sare idinkana daadiina waa koraysaa. maskaxdiina isticmaala. halkaan ma jirto in la yiraahdo halkaan istaag, halkaan istaag, halkaan istaag. ismaamula marakan. ka fakara tacliintiina. mustaqbal ka fakara. sidaa u noqon lahaydeen inaad noqotaan arday gaarta mustaqbalkooda. dhaqaatiir noqda, nurse noqda, engineer noqda, pilot noqda, waalidkood caawiya. intaa maskaxda geliya. galabta intaasaan idinkula dardaarmaya. haddaynaan taas samaynin oo dardaaradka aynaan qaadan sidaa rabtaan iyo yoolka leeda ma gaaraysaan. waa ardada. waalidka waxaan leeyahay hadda waxaad istirahdeen ardadii waa garisay okay waay. yes, qayb baad ka soo gudubteen. qaybtii dambe aynoo dhiman. marada dhexda ku xirta. la shaqeeya ardada. bara siday u noolaan lahaayeen. sidii oo maaragta aad u caawin lahaydeen. dhaqaalaha sidaa uga caawin lahaydeen. caafimaadka sidaa uga caawin lahayd. tacliinta maaha tacliinta keliya inaad ka caawinaysaan. waan ogahay laakiin inaad wax walbaba oo u sahlaya inay tacliinta gaaraan ka caawiya. waan ogahay inaad ka caawinaysaan. waan idin xusuusinaya. intaasi waxa weeye waa waalidka. macallimiinta thank you again. mar labaad bay mahadsan yihiin. waxa weeye dadaalka badan ayadoo la soo aanu ku jirnay sanadkii dad badani dhinteen, dad badani xanuunsadeen. haddaan ka soo qaadnay staafka iskoolakan dad badan baa waalidkood uu xanuunadii u dhintay. qaarkood waa dhibaateeyey. shalay aan u dambeysay qof oo staafka ka mid ah ayaa adeerkood aanu soo duugnay. intaa ayadoo tahay haddana annagoo dhibkaa ku jirna waxaanu isku dayaynay inaysan tacliintu dhuminin, inaan maanta halka aan joogno gaarno. aad iyo aad baad maaragtay ugu mahadsantihiin kuwaas. assalaamu calaykum.
First student Zainuddin Abdi. So give us 20 seconds each student, okay? So we can get a picture with the principal and the teacher. Your name, I'm just gonna read your name. That's all I'm doing. What's up? Okay. Hamdi Abdurrahman.
Abdurrahman.
We're back on the seat.
Yep, you're going back to your spot. Stop خالق. Back to your spot.
Go back to the spot.
Umar Abdullahi. Am I saying it right? Really?
My name is Adam, yeah, that's it.
That's how your mom.
Huh?
Your stepmom.
Yeah.
Yunus Adam.
Yes, sir. You know my name already, but like, just in case. Yes, sir. Like AJ Aden.
Capitalize the 8 though.
Abdi Jalil Adam. Can you guys back up? Can you guys back up? Yeah, just stay there.
Where do we go afterwards?
Back to spot.
Oh.
Suwaida Ahmed. It's okay. Mus'ab Ali. Be respectful, please. We're in a big stage. We're in a big stage. We have some respect for you.
I'm very respectful.
Thank you. Ridwan Ali. Can you guys back up, please? Because I'm trying to get to that line, to be honest.
Then bounce over there.
Hey, come on, let's go. Faiza Daoud.
Is what's up in here?
Yes.
Wallahi?
Starlene Deco. I can't believe we graduated today. Nawal Gulaid. Give it to me. Hey, give me the card. The Hashi family. Ismail Hashi. Look at you, man. I can't believe it. Sulaiman Hassan. Sulaiman. الصومال ولا بالانجليزي ولا بالعربي؟
بالعربي.
بالعربي؟
بالعربي.
تفضلي. Dana Jama. You guys give us space because you guys are way too close to each other. Abdurrahman Mahdi. You ready? Yeah. Ayub Abdursal. Ayub Muhammad. Should I say Sadr or Sadi?
Sadir.
Sadir? Sadir Muhammad. Oh, Salim. Oh, the big Salim. Salim Muhammad. Oh, the boss lady.
No, don't talk to me.
Should I say that?
Say the most special one.
Nawal Musa. Allah, 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 Allah. Abdul Ghaffar. Abdul Ghaffar Musa. Yeah, they're too close. Can I get some space?
Can I get some space?
Please.
Can I get some space?
Should I say AS?
Yeah. No. Yes, it is.
Abdullahi Saeed. Should I give you a shout out to?
Yes.
Ayub Yusuf. You good. Here. Out here. Give me this one. Aliyah Mustafa. Can I get yours? رضوان عبد السلام.
This is messy.
Suwaida. Beta. Say less.
No, you better say Zubaida.
Riyan Abd Salam. I can't believe you graduated after like long 10 years. Zubaida Abdo.
Finally time.
Why? Where's yours? Abdullahi Abshir. Just be quiet for a minute. Just be quiet for a minute. You will later. Manal Aden. Look at you. Look at you. Nastaho Ahmed.
Solo Ali.
Solo Ali. Say less. Sulaiman Ali. Ismail. Anissa Ismail. Ikran. Ikran Mohammed. Ooh, big boy. Hey, you going high school? You going high school? Can I get that? Mohammed Mohammed. Mubarak Mohammed?
Yeah.
Mubarak Mohammed.
Later. Huh? You'll get later. Go on. Let's move.
Who is this? Nabiha. Can I get that card? Thank you. Hey, can you guys give me a space? Back up, please. Back up. Nabiha Mohammed.
Yeah. No.
Nemo.
It's keep flying awkward.
Nemo Mohammed. My ears. Rahima Mohammed. Sahur Mohammed. Who's it, Salim? Salim Mohammed. Sumaya,
No, Sumaya. She's
Sumaya Mohammed. Man of the hour. Man of the hour. MashaAllah.
I'm proud of him,
Of course, we all do. Hamza Mahmoud. The tween. Keep it. Hamdi Yusuf.
Why do I have to be the last one?
Last but not least, Zakaria Yusuf.
Make sure you turn your tassel around and then throw it up in the air. Let me count 1 to 3, okay? 1, 2, 3.